Hey guys, welcome to this channel. Today I'd like to share with you guys my reactions and my tips for traveling to Oman.
You are still in my mind. The truth is so hard to find. With all the things that's going on, I lost track. I felt so strong.
So my first tip is that when you go to Oman, please be very aware that people there are very friendly. The Omanis, from my experience, is that they are very friendly, they're very helpful and kind, and it's almost to a point where it's like, it's a little bit uncomfortable because you don't really know why they're being so friendly, but you just need to be understanding that that's their way, and that's their way of being like welcoming. Number two would be women, if you're traveling alone, I would say just always keep a scarf with you. No, you do not have to wear your scarf, you do not have to cover your hair, but I would give advice to any women that are traveling alone, because I did, to Oman. Just be respectful of the culture. So when you dress, don't dress in clothes that are very revealing. I never wore any shorts when I went there. I mean, if you're going to the beach or you're going to go swim or something like that, or you're at a hotel where it's like everyone can do that, then that's fine, because it's a private beach, so it should be okay. But I personally was trying to be very respectful of other people's culture and their religion, and I was just being a little bit conservative in the way that I dressed when I went there. But you do not have to wear the scarf. It's not like Saudi, so please don't be worried. If you're traveling alone, just be very vigilant, be very careful, you know, don't go out too late at night. Just be smart, basically. And if you are traveling in a group or with a male companion, you're not going to get confronted, really. I did get confronted a few times by people trying to give me their number or something like that, and that's very normal. I was always in public places when that happened to me, so I never really felt scared or nervous, because I knew that nothing is going to happen, nothing will happen to me. I'm in a public place, and I would just smile, and whatever I was asked I would just answer. Sometimes I would lie about my name or something like that, or that I'm engaged and I had a ring on. So it's just, that's my own kind of thing, you know what I mean, like just to protect myself because I was alone. But generally you're not gonna get bothered that much, and you don't have to be worried about covering and so on, unless you go to the Grand Mosque. Then I recommend that you wear something like this that comes up to here, that covers your arms, covers your legs, and take a scarf with you to put over your head, because that's what women usually do when they go to the mosque. Even tourists, is out of respect, they cover themselves. And then number three would be, if you're going to Oman, at least spend a week there. If you really want to go see places and you really want to explore and do all the fun activities that they have to offer there, believe me, they have a lot of things to do there. Number four is, don't spend so much money on hotels if you want to see the country. Unless you're going there for leisure, then yes, go ahead, spend as much money as you like on hotels. Number five is that most hotels will give you a pamphlet if you ask, for big bus tours. And basically what big bus is, it's basically a bus that goes around the whole, you know, city, and it takes you to all the places. You can stop, you can get out, you can go see places, you can go do activities, and I think the most that you can stay at each stop is like 2 hours, but every 30 minutes a bus comes by. So that's what I did. So I was able to see Muscat, I was able to see the whole of the city, Muscat, and that's exactly what I wanted to do the first day that I was there. Is I wanted to get around, I wanted to see places and do things. I wanted to see the place, what it looks like, what the houses look like, what the buildings look like, and so yeah, I went on the big bus tour. And that was very, very nice for me to do on the first day, but also made me very, very tired. Number 6 is, If you have a driver's license and you can rent a car, please go ahead and rent a car instead of going by taxi everywhere, because you're going to spend a lot of money going by taxi everywhere to all the different places. And sometimes you'll find yourself in situations where maybe you can't get a taxi to go back, and then you're stuck, and then you're waiting and you're waiting. So rather just, if you have a license, then rent a car and go wherever you want to go. It's much cheaper and you're going to save so much more time. You're going to be able to see all the things that you want much faster, and you'll also be able to drive to further out places in Oman to go do different things like camel riding, or you'll be able to go to the sinkhole. So yeah, number 7 would be, if I were to go to Oman, I would do a couple things differently. I would go on a few activities that I wasn't able to go on because I was there for such a short period of time. I would go camel riding in the desert. I would go to the sinkhole. I would go to, there's a fort called Nakal Fort. I think it's Nakal Fort, and they also have an area there where naturally there's like a spring, there's like water that comes out of the ground naturally and you can swim in it and everything. So I would go there. I would go to the Grand Mosque. I would go hiking. Number 8 would be, if you're going to Mutrasuk, please understand that if you're going to Mutrasuk, which you probably will when you go on the big bus tour, they'll drop you off there by Mutrasuk. You can bargain prices, so don't make sure that you're not getting ripped off. Go to place to place to place to place and keep asking them how much is this, and then see if you can bargain with them. Number 9 would be, take water with you everywhere you go. Although you're gonna obviously be able to buy water at different places, just always have like a small bottle of water with you, because it does get quite hot. If you're gonna be doing a lot of walking to go see different places, take water with you, and also like have a cap or something with you, just so that, you know, if it gets very hot you can wear a cap and you don't have to get affected so harshly by the sun, because it can get really hot there. So just be aware of the weather as well. Number 10 is, try not to go out too late. When I was in Oman, I wanted to go do some shopping. I wanted to go to the bank, I wanted to do some shopping and a couple things. So I was asking the hotel, the people at the hotel, if it's safe and if it's okay for me as a girl alone to be walking around at night. And I was told that generally it is safe and I don't need to worry, but I must be careful, I must be very vigilant, and I mustn't stay out walking around too late, like past 10 or something like that, because then maybe something could happen to me, you know. And number 11 is that no matter what you do, make sure that you ask a lot of questions. Ask everything. Don't be afraid to ask people about timings. Don't be afraid to ask people's advice. Don't, you know, ask questions, because you're going to find out more. The more questions you're going to ask, the more you're going to find out. So be very open to asking questions. So those are my tips, and those are the things that I would tell anyone who wants to go to Oman, what they can do, and what I did, and just my advice generally for Oman. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos that I'm going to be making in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.